Let's learn about attending behaviors today in 3 minutes or less. Attending behaviors are verbal and nonverbal behaviors that a counselor exhibits to show clients that they're fully engaged, present, and are actively listening to what the client's saying. These behaviors are really at the foundation of building rapport, trust, and empathy with our client. So these behaviors are really important. Let's dive in to what these behaviors really look like. In counseling, we often talk about the acronym SOLER, which we use to describe attending behaviors. The S in SOLER stands for sitting squarely. We want to make sure that when we're sitting with our client, that we are squarely facing our client, showing that we are actively interested, involved in what they're saying. The O in SOLER stands for open posture, open body language. So I want to make sure that my body is free from any crossed limbs. So I don't want to be crossing my arms. I don't want to be crossing my legs. I don't want to have any closed body language because closed body language would insinuate that I'm not interested or genuinely engaged in what my client's sharing. So we really want to make sure you have that open posture. The L in SOLER stands for leaning slightly forward. Now, I don't want to be leaning too far forward where I'm in the space or in the bubble of my client. And I also don't want to be leaning backwards in my chair because when I lean backwards in my chair, that once again shows that I may be disinterested or not engaged in what the client's sharing. So a slight leaning in forward shows that I'm listening, I'm engaged, and I'm actively participating and genuinely interested in what the client's sharing. The E in SOLER stands for appropriate eye contact. We want to make sure that we maintain appropriate eye contact with our client to show that we're interested in what they're sharing. It shows that we're focused on the session. The one thing that's important to remember here is we always want to take cultural norms into consideration. You might notice that some clients, depending on cultural background, may be more likely to give you that eye contact back, where some clients, that may be a sign of disrespect in their culture, or it just may not be a cultural norm to be making that regular eye contact with you. So, for us as counselors, we want to be really mindful of the cultural background of our client when considering eye contact. But generally speaking, we do want to be actively engaged with our eyes without being too intense. Much like leaning in, I don't want to be too leaned in into the bubble. With eye contact, I don't want to be too intense with my eye contact where it's actually making the client feel a little bit uncomfortable. The R in SOLER stands for relax. We really want to have a relaxed body posture to help put our clients at ease. Think about this. If you're sitting across from someone who's really rigid and robotic, it feels really ingenuine, and you might have some hesitancy opening up to that person and sharing really vulnerable things with them. So, by exhibiting a relaxed body posture, we're helping our clients to be put at ease and to feel more confident and comfortable opening up and sharing with us. Attending behaviors are so important. They help the client to feel safe and supported in the therapeutic space, but they also help the client to feel seen, heard, and valued. So, thanks for joining me today to talk about attending behaviors. I'll see you next time on Therapist Things with Dr. King.